Hi, Shane here. You're watching Sam for God, and this is Mark. Check her out.
So hi guys, how are you doing? First of all, a bit of a different background to usual. I just thought I'd change things up a bit, so I thought I'd film here for once. Anyway, a couple of weeks ago I went to the cinema to see the film The Theory of Everything. Now this film has had a lot of hype, a lot of good things said about it since it released. And just recently, the other day at the BAFTAs, it won a few awards. I mean, Eddie Redmayne won an award for his performance in the film, so it's safe to say it's at least a popular film. Anyway, I went to see it because I just really wanted to. I'd heard such great things about it that I just had to go and see it. Also, although I'd only seen Eddie Redmayne before in one film, and that was Les Mis, and his role was Marius, and it was quite a small role, I still liked him. He's probably one of the best Mariuses I've seen, I think. And so I was really curious to see him in this because I've heard such great things about his performance. I was like, I want to see how he does. Plus, I mean, Stephen Hawking, he's a very intelligent and unique person that everybody, I think, wants to learn about. So, yeah, I went along to the cinema to see this film. I'd been wanting to see it for about a month, and I finally got a chance to see it. And it was awesome. The film was really good. It's basically the story of Stephen Hawking from the beginning of his life, pretty much, more or less, until after he gets the disease and how he copes with it, and yeah, until present time, pretty much. So if you're going into the film thinking that you're going to be learning about his science stuff and his theories and whatnot, it's not really about that. I mean, you obviously hear about some of his theories in the film, but it's mainly about his life rather than his theories and what he discovered and stuff. But that's how I like it. That's kind of why I wanted to go and see it, because I think all of us as humans, we have this curiosity to want to learn more about human beings, especially like well-known human beings like Stephen Hawking, who had well-known diseases. I mean, what Stephen Hawking has was the whole ALS thing, the whole reason that everybody was like pouring buckets of cold water on themselves last summer. That's what he has, and it's interesting to learn about that, I think, through the medium of film. The film was done very well itself. The storyline was very easy to follow. You literally feel like you go on a journey with Stephen Hawking. You learn so much about him, and it's just very easy. It was done very well, and the camera work was great, the script was great. I actually liked how at some points in the film the camera showed us what Stephen Hawking would have seen. So like you saw the world from his eyes at some point, which I thought was really good. And yeah, I mean, it's a simple story. Not too much actually happens in the film because it's just his life, really, what happens to his life, but that doesn't matter. It's still very interesting and very fascinating. And a lot of it has to do with Eddie Redmayne's acting. I mean, wow, he is genuinely phenomenal in this role. I feel like it's the role that he was always meant to play. I don't think it's going to be easy for him to find another part anytime soon that's going to match this part that he played in this film. When you're watching Eddie Redmayne in this film, you literally feel like you're watching Stephen Hawking. It's really weird how he just genuinely transforms himself into Stephen Hawking. All I can say is amazing, wow, well done to Eddie Redmayne, and well deserved for his BAFTA, really. It's such a physically demanding role, I think. Like, a lot of the acting has to do with his physical performance, and he did such a great job, and you can tell that he put a lot of research into it and a lot of thought into it, and he must have literally spent so long like trying to study Stephen Hawking's different stages of life and try to imitate the same thing, and oh, he was fantastic in this film. Anyway, everybody always talks about Eddie Redmayne, but I also want to talk about Felicity Jones, who plays Eddie Redmayne's wife in the film, as in Stephen Hawking's wife. Jane, I think her name was, the character's name. She was also really good. I mean, her character's a lot more understated, obviously, than Stephen Hawking's character, but it's still quite a tough part to play, I think, and she really showed the strength that was required on her part and the heartbreaks that she went through, and I don't know, I just thought she did a really good job, and I felt for her character, I believed her character, I believed their marriage, and yeah, I believed their love for each other, I believed her love for him, especially the efforts that she put to basically take care of him on her own, pretty much, and yeah, I think they were just both really, really good. I also want to name the guy, I can't remember his name, there was this guy who was like this choir person in this church that Jane meets later on. He was fit. Sorry, that's my only contribution pretty much. He was a really good actor as well. I don't know what his name is, and I haven't got anything on me right now to check, but he was very good looking and a very good actor as well, and again, I thought he did a really good job, and his chemistry with Jane, Felicity Jones, was really well shown. I don't really know what else to say about this film. I don't want this review to be really long, but all I can say is go and see it. It's a good film. I didn't cry, which was something that I was disappointed about because I like crying in films. I think I like films that are very moving and touching, and I was definitely expecting this to be moving, and it was, but it wasn't moving enough to make me cry. And I think the reason for that is that Stephen Hawking's character, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but he's not very likeable. He's not too likeable, I don't know. He's very human, and I think that's one of the good things about this film, actually, because you realise that Stephen Hawking, this incredible physicist, this genius of a person, is still a human being. Like, he still has his flaws, and you saw that in the film. Like, there were times when I really felt bad for Jane, the wife. Like, I was like, come on Stephen, you can at least be a bit more appreciative and stuff. But then fair enough, he was in a very bad condition. I don't think I'd be able to cope if I was in Stephen Hawking's condition. I'd probably want to just die or something. That sounds very morbid, sorry. But yeah, it was just a very real film, showing all the struggles that people in those conditions go through. And I mean, the fact that Stephen Hawking was told that he only had about 2 years to live, and then he ended up staying alive and he's still alive, is a miracle. But it's also a crazy thing because, like, I can understand why the wife, for instance, at first was like, yeah, I'll take care of you, because 2 years, fair enough, you can deal with that. But then after that, when you just have to spend so much time caring for someone, and even as much as you love them and stuff, it's still difficult, and I don't know if I could do it. I probably couldn't, in fact. So yeah, it was a great film. I learned a lot about Stephen Hawking's life. It made me appreciate him more. It made me appreciate my health more, and also appreciate people who have diseases like that, Lou Gehrig's disease, or ALS, or whatever it's called, and realise how tough it is and how much strength it takes to get through it. And yeah, I mean, Stephen Hawking's brain now still works perfectly fine, and that's why he still is alive, and he still does interviews, and he's an awesome person. And funny story, actually, well, I'm not going to actually tell the story, but my friend that I went to see this film with, James, he's actually met Stephen Hawking, the real Stephen Hawking, which I think is pretty cool. I won't tell the story because it's his story to tell, but yeah, it did make me laugh when he told me about it. Anyway, that's pretty much what I was going to say about this film. I'm sorry if it wasn't a very in-depth review or anything. I just wanted to tell you that I enjoyed it a lot, and I think you should go and watch it as well if you get a chance, because it's good. And Eddie's performance is genuinely incredible. So yeah, that's it guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry I've not been making loads of videos recently, but you can expect a lot more from me in the next few weeks, hopefully. So thanks for watching as always, and I'll see you next time. Bye!